Hi guys, welcome back. As you can see, the fuselage is all together now with the cockpit inside it. A bit of a pain to glue it together, not only with the cockpit but this panel underneath here. Basically on the plans, the cockpit glues into these little triangular mounting tabs, and there's some triangular mounting tabs here as well. I had real difficulty getting those to mount in. So basically what I did, I ran the glue all the way around in the inside, and as I was pushing it together I got my standing knife blade, because it's really thin. I had it virtually 3/4 pushed in, and then basically pushed the plate from like that. I extended my knife all the way like that, and I pushed the plate in, and then it went in, you know, the two holes went flush. But then I had difficulty getting the cockpit in because of those bloody triangle tabs. So basically what I did is I went from behind here, put my finger inside and pushed the cockpit down, and then it went flush two halves. And as you can see, it's already there's the nose cone. I haven't glued that into place. So I'm going to paint that separately and then glue it in. Also, I've done the cowling, which is 3 pieces. Now as you can see on the plans, you've got 1, 2 and then the plate, as you can see here, making sure those stick out the back, because those are what the engines glue into, the actual thrusters. Now you can just make out a little triangular tab there, and then it sits into a recessed mounting area there on both sides. Very difficult to get them to stick together and to hold together because they kept falling down. So basically what I did is I got some normal yellow masking tape, and as I glued them together I put the masking tape round to hold it into place. And then on this section here, my masking tape was too thick, as in width, so what I did is I just got some of my border tape and went round on that, and it's dried really nice. Well, that's where I'm sitting at the moment, guys. Stay with me. Alright guys, right, because the weather outside is pissing down with rain, I can't do any primering. But there is one thing I want to tell you about. If you're going to display this in flight mode, you got that to fill in, because on the instructions the wing doors have got 2 little tabs that actually go into there, and then they'd be like that, as you can see. But if you want it to display it in flight mode, let me just turn the page over. It tells you you've got to put them in flat and you've got to cut the locating tabs off. But unfortunately it doesn't fill the hole. If you wait a second, I'll demonstrate. Right, so I'll pause the video just to get the the landing bay doors, and as you can see, it's not flush, it's not level, it's supposed to be flush. So what you might have to do is get some modelling putty, fill it in slightly, and then put the bay doors on top of the putty as you glue it in. I just thought I'd better let you know, so when you come across it yourselves you'll know what I mean. Stay with me, guys. Right, as I said, you've got to fill the landing gear doors on the fuselage. You've also got to do the same on the underneath of the cowling, because as you can see it says the same there. Use your tabs, put them straight in, and then if you want to display them in flight mode, let me just turn the page over. You've got to put them in flat like so, as you can see, but again it's not flush, so again you're going to have to use some modelling putty and then rest that on top of that. Hi guys, right, I have now, for the landing gear doors on the fuselage, I've put the modelling putty underneath. I've also glued the doors down, because there's two doors as you know, and then you've got bits of modelling putty in there where the tabs would go if you was to bring them forward for landing gear mode. I've also done the ones on the cowling, again modelling putty underneath, glued them in, and then put some modelling putty in the tab holes. For way, like I said, to bring them up. The reason I've done this is because I'm going to primer these. I didn't want any of the paint, especially on the fuselage, to get in underneath the cockpit, and that's why I've put the doors on now, because you're not supposed to put the doors on. I mean, you can see on this diagram here, you've pretty much put the wings on, the top wing and the side wings. That's why I put them on now, instead of doing it after I've primed it, because again I didn't want the primer to get in there. So that's where I'm sitting guys at the moment. I'm just waiting for this weather to stop so I can get some primer down. Stay with me. Hi guys, welcome back. Right, I've got the paint down, as you can see on the fuselage, the cowling, the front vents and the exhausts. Now the colour that I used mainly was the Model Mates light grey, which I've done the fuselage in, and like I said there. And then on the actual exhausts, I've actually gone with the Army Painter Gun Metal. It's gone down really, really nice. I've also glued the nose cap in now, as you can see. And then on the inside, you can see that it's in silver on the grille. It's gone down really well on the canopy as well, because basically what I did is I put the canopy on with some double-sided sticky tape on those outer edges there. I stuck it down and it created a really good seal. And then what I did is, before I spray painted, I got my normal blue electrical tape and masked off all the clear windows there. And it's gone down really, really well when I took the tape off. I've also, like I said, I've done the cowling. I've started doing the engine grills in silver. I've also put the front vents in now. Painted those in silver, sealed them, and then didn't really glue them into place, to be honest, because at the back there you got one, two there, and one, two there. You just push the little tabs into the slots, and then it doesn't really need glue. You just put a drop on there, and that's all it needs doing. Now, the one thing I've done is, because I don't know how to light my kits, I've never tried it, I've put some blue on the inner rings, and if I just turn it round, you can see the effect it gives it. I think it's really cool actually. So it gives the effect that this, the engines are turned on. Not too bad at all, because that would be the same colour as if you lighted your kits with that film that goes on the back of those. So the paint has gone down really, really well. Now comes the fine detailing and then eventually get the wings on. Stay with me guys. Right, hi guys, last update now to finish off this second video. And as you can see, I've glued both the wings on now, and the top wing. Basically, if you remember from my last update when I was doing this assembly, there was two rectangular tabs that come off the bottom here, and they've got two holes in, one at each side. And basically what you do, you get the bottom half of the wing, you put some glue on underneath, and then there's two locating rods, you could call them, little small rods, in the wing itself. You push those into the holes, both the holes, and then you run the glue all the way around, and you glue your top wing on. And then what I did is I used my scissor clamps, put about 3 clamps on each wing, left it 24 hours and it's glued on really nice, not too bad at all. And then the top wing, or the top fin, whatever you want to call it, again that's 2 halves. You glue the 2 halves together, there's no, it ain't like the wings. And you've got 2 little locating tabs, one there, one there. Just put a bit of glue around and put them into place. It's quite a tight fit actually. It's almost a shame to glue it, but I've just put a drop of glue in as well. Also, there's a little bit of decaling and a bit of detailing, which I'll tell you about in the final reveal. And last but not least is the guns. You got the guns themselves, and then you got the mounting thing that comes from underneath, I believe. I've done those in the Army Painter gunmetal. Come out really nice. So basically all I've got to do now is put the front on there, the exhausts, the guns, and then the actual fuselage itself. So all it is now, final construction and final decaling. Stay with me guys.